Four of us have been through private schools. We never paid a dime out of pocket. Doing my doc right now, I get a refund check every single semester. Watch this. What's the #1 search engine? Google. Who uses it? Everybody. So why in the world? Okay, so all right. So you go to Google and you type in the scholarship you're looking for, right? Then you go when you go to that scholarship, you hit enter. You start on page what? 1. Who else did that? So you just researched every single scholarship that every kid in the world just researched. All right. So also, when you finally find a scholarship, what do? You immediately apply for it, don't you? So it may have taken you 45 minutes just to find that one scholarship I applied for, which means it's going to take me another hour to find the second one, another hour to find the third one, which after 3 hours now, I only applied for 3 scholarships. What are your chances of getting 1 out of 3 scholarships? Not that great. Okay. So here's me. I use Google. When I typed in my scholarship, what page do I start on?
7.
The last page. 7? No way. I'm going to the last. Some of y'all didn't know Google had a last page. All right? I go to the last page. I do not start applying right away. I just start bookmarking every single scholarship I qualify for. Now, here's me. Have you ever Googled crazy scholarships?
Yeah.
You ever Googled wacky scholarships? You ever Googled weird scholarships? Unusual scholarships? Bizarre scholarships? Ridiculous scholarships? WTF scholarships? I Googled every single one of these. I went to the last page. I started bookmarking every single scholarship I could find, every single one of them. The very first scholarship I ever got was a Snickers scholarship. Okay, y'all laughing, but watch this. The Snickers scholarship, you buy 100 Snickers bars in March and May of your senior year. You save the receipt. You mail the receipt in the Snickers Corporation with a letter of recommendation, an application, and what was the other thing? The essay. All right? You get a $2,500 scholarship to the school of your choice. First scholarship I got. Now, bro, now watch, bro. I'm from Jersey, bro. Watch this. Okay, so I went to Costco. I bought all 100 Snickers bars at one time. I go to school the next day. Hungry? Buy weight. Grab a Snickers. I sold them suckers for $1 a piece. Stand by the vending machine, bro. This won't get stuck. I got you. Whatever you want. And guess what I did the next year? Same thing. And the next year, same thing. Good. Planters Peanuts has one like it. Candy Corn has one like it. What's the gummy bears? Harbor? They have a scholarship like that. Curly haired scholarship, blonde haired scholarship, brunette scholarship, buzz cut scholarship. If you have glasses, there's a 4-eyed scholarship for students who have glasses. If you've ever worn braces in your teenage years or anything like that, if you've ever had braces in your teenage years, there is a brace face scholarship.
Yes.
Serious. Y'all need to look this stuff up. My student's favorite scholarship that I got was a tree planting scholarship. I found out a wacky scholarship. Paid $78. Tree planting. It said plant 5 trees at 5 elementary schools. Get $5,000 for school. I went to Home Depot with $11.75. I was going to buy 5 trees. I'm stupid. I ain't know them trees cost that much money. Okay, so I went to the manager. I said, "Sir, my name is Darnel Butler. I'm a senior at New Brunswick High School. I'm here trying to get the scholarship. Here's the form." I said, "I don't have the money to buy these trees." I said, "But I have a business proposition for you." I said, "I will come in here on a Saturday. I will volunteer for 8 hours. I will mop the floors. I will clean the toilets. I don't care. If you will donate these 5 trees to me, before you say no, this will be a tax write-off for you, sir. Before you say no again, I'm going to call every local news station, every local newspaper, tell them what you are doing. You are going to be a hero." He said, "Young man, you said that so well, I'll do it." That's serious. So he said, but this is what he said. He said, "If you can get 1 news station in here, I'll do it." I said, "Challenge accepted." I came in with 2 news stations and a newspaper. I got that ugly orange vest on. I'm mopping floors. They got me on camera. People are like, "Where's the paint?" I'm like, "I don't know." I didn't know what I was doing. But that Monday, we came to pick up those 5 trees. I took those 5 trees to 5 elementary schools all in one day. And I'm planting trees at these schools. And I'm on the news. My friends are laughing at me. My mama laughing at me. Everybody. This fool's out here planting trees. I'm like, this fool's out here getting 5G. Shut up. And so I sent all my information off. Watch this. 12 days later, a check shows up for $5,000 made payable to Bethune-Cookman University. That's where I went to school. My dad said, "Don't touch that son. We're going to jail." He's like, fraud, scam, something ain't right. So my dad, I'll never forget this. My dad calls people up and says, "My son's a good kid. Why are you trying to send him to jail? Check fraud, all this kind of stuff." The lady said, she had to be black, but she said, "He's the only kid in the nation that applied for the check. If you don't want it, just send it back." I'm dead serious. My dad said, "No, man, God bless you. Have a wonderful." But guess what I did the next year? Same thing. Doggone right. Same thing. I applied for 77 crazy, wacky, weird scholarships my first year. 77. Of the 77 I applied for, I only got 14. But the 14 I got was 28 grand. That's how you do it. You got to apply for as many as you possibly can to get as little as you get. But you got to do it that way. 28 grand. That's not enough to pay for every riddle, is it? You want some more? Ooh, I got some more. Watch this. All right. How many of you guys have heard of the Chamber of Commerce? Yeah. Chamber of Commerce is a group of businesses and organizations that meet on a regular basis. What do businesses and organizations have?
Money.
They all have scholarship money. So call the Chamber of Commerce, tell them that you need a list of every single one of their businesses, their organizations, fraternities, sororities, foundations, churches that have scholarship funds. Or don't even ask them, just say, can I have a list of that? And this is what you do. You email every single one of them. What do we do best as students? Copy and paste.
Yes.
To whom it may concern, my name is Darnell, I'm going to ERAU in the fall. Please send me information on your scholarship, and just boom, copy, paste, paste. Somebody is going to reply to your email. When they reply to your email, don't think like a normal, what do we typically do? When somebody replies by email, we usually do what? Reply back. Don't you do that. What should you do? Call them. Talk to them on the phone. Personal touch is everything. After you get done talking to them on the phone, what should you do next? Go visit, go, personal touch, go visit them. I walked into Johnson & Johnson, downtown New Brunswick, New Jersey. I've told this story for 12 years. I've only seen 4 kids do this. I've never seen this fail, but watch. I walked into Johnson & Johnson, downtown New Brunswick, New Jersey. I walked over to Sandy, and so I talked on the phone. I said, Sandy, my name's Darnell. I talked to you on the phone. I'm here for the scholarship information. She said, oh, I thought I was going to mail it to you. I said, oh, I figured I'd save you a stand. Oh, I thought you want to take it home and mail it back? No, ma'am, can I fill it out right here on the spot? In other words, I'm not leaving. All right? So she said, sure. So now there's a difference between being a pest and being persistent. All right? I'm not a pest. I'm just persistent. Okay? So I got that information. Now, you know how most people get the chip clock, what's that thing called? The clipboard, and they go sit down and fill it out? Absolutely not. I filled it out right at her desk. Do you know why? Because Sandy's the gatekeeper to the decision maker. I want to talk to the decision maker. You don't want to talk to the gatekeeper. Now, you want to talk to the decision maker. So I filled it out at her desk. Do you know why? Because on her desk is something about her that we can have a conversation about, which unlocks the gate. So she had the picture of, it was the ugliest dog I'd ever seen in my life. But this is what I said. Sandy, that's the cutest little dog I've ever seen in my life. What's his? And that was it. She said, that's my, kid you not, this is my mooshki. That was my, she goes, that's my moosh. By the time I finished my application, I knew every organic dog food that's not here. I knew its pee times, everything. And I got done, I said, oh, okay. So I gave it to Sandy, and I said, Sandy, do you mind, can I just ask you a question? She said, what is it, Darnell? I said, does Dr. Dan Martinez, is he here? Because he was in charge of the scholarship. I said, does he have 1 minute for me to introduce myself? That's all I need. 1 minute for me to introduce. And of course she says, let me see if I can get him on the phone. She calls up. He tells her that he's busy. He's got a meeting with the president. She goes, he's got to be busy with a meeting. Would you like to leave a message? You absolutely want to leave a message, but don't you dare leave that generic message. You know that? Yeah, just tell him I came by. No. Your message needs to be too long for her to remember or write down. Sandy, on behalf of high school students everywhere, I want to say thank you for the opportunity to fill this scholarship information. I don't even know if I'm going to get the scholarship. It doesn't even matter because you're about to invest in a young person's life. I think that's phenomenal to commend you on that. Now let me tell you why I think I deserve this scholarship. My mama knows I cannot live at home the rest of my life. So I personally wanted to come down here on this Friday afternoon dressed in my 3-piece black suit when I could be out playing basketball, PlayStation like the rest of these kids. These kids don't have their priorities yet. I don't know what's wrong with these kids out there. But I got my stuff together, and that's why I'm here on this Friday afternoon. But if you have 1 minute to meet me today, I understand I'll come back on Monday. 1 minute on Monday, I'll come back on Tuesday. 1 minute on Tuesday, I'll come back on Wednesday. Either way, I'll come back every single day till this man has 1 minute for me just to say thank you for a scholarship I don't know I'm going to get. 1 or 2 things is going to happen. She's either going to cut you off and go get this brother, or she will wait to the end, and this is what Sandy did. You stay right there. I'm kidding you not, this is what she did. I know you have a meeting, but he said he coming back every day. That's what she did. She said, have a seat. He said he was coming right down. This 6'7" big Puerto Rican dude walks up to me. He says, you have 1 minute, go. I said, my mama said I can't live at home. I'll never get there. But I ended up at the Home Depot store. I said, sir, I'm so serious about this scholarship. I said, I went to Home Depot, initiated my own scholarship. I said, I was on the news planting trees for scholarship money. He said, young man, stop. I thought it was like my time was up. He said, my wife and I were sitting down at dinner one night. We saw a kid planting trees on the news. I said, was he black? He said he was. I said, that was me. He said, that was you, wasn't it? I said, yes, sir. He said, do me a favor, come with me. I said, where are we going? He said, didn't she tell you I had a meeting with the president? I'm dead serious. I said, yes, sir. We went to the 17th floor. We opened these 2 double doors, biggest room I'd ever seen in my entire life. I didn't wait for this man to introduce me. Dr. Robert Orr, my name is Darnel Butler. I'm here applying for your scholarship. I just want to say thank you for the opportunity, sir. You have a great day. The president says, young man, I said, yes. He said, what school are you going to in the fall? I said, Bethune-Cookman University in Daytona Beach. He said, what are you going to major in? I said, business. He said, what do you want to be when you grow up? I said, you. Be smart. I said, you. He said, why do you want to be me? I said, this is the biggest office I've ever seen in my entire life, and people with big offices write big checks. That's what I said. He said, young man, sit down. He said, what's the small, he looked me dead, just like this. He said, what's the smallest check you think I'd write right now? I said, $2,000, at least. He said, stay right there. He walks back, he comes back and he hands me a check for $2,000 on the spot, made payable to Bethune-Cookman University. Watch this. I stood up in his face, stand up. Hand me the checks back. I handed him the check and the scholarship form, and I looked him dead in his eye. This is what I said. You're $3,000 short. And this is what he did. This is exactly what he did. Do you know who wrote that check? I said, no, sir. He said, look at, go ahead, sir. He said, look at that check again. I looked again. That check was not from Johnson & Johnson. It said Dr. Robert A. Orr across the top of that check. Ooh. Personal. He said, that's not from the company. Because I told him, I said, the scholarship form was for $5,000. His check was only for $2,000. He said, let me tell you something, young man. He said, 19 years we've been giving out the scholarship. I've never met one kid that said thank you. He said, you're the first kid I ever met that said thank you, and you said it for a scholarship. You don't know you're going to get. Every year you come back, tell me how you're doing in school, I'll invest $2,000 in your education. I said, sir, I'll come back 4 times a year if you're willing to. Now that's $2,000 in 30 minutes. 5 weeks later, guess what showed up? 5,000. So that's $7,000 really in 30 minutes, legally. $7,000 on top of my 28,000 is 35,000. Now remember that other thing we talked about at the very, very beginning? I also negotiated with the school. I had $6,000 more than what school costs by the time I started my freshman year. If you go to McDonald's right now, give them a $10 bill for a $5 value meal, do they owe you change? So if you go to a school, and give them $6,000 more than what school costs, do they owe you change?
Oh, yeah.
It's called a refund check. Who is the check made payable to?
You.
Tax-free. I never paid a dime to go to school. When I graduated, now here's what's smart. Remember I told you to bookmark all those scholarships? Because I wrote down the name of every scholarship, and do you think I wrote down the earliest day you could submit or the latest day you could submit?
Earliest.
Very good. And I made a calendar, and every single day I woke up. If it was that day, I submitted those things. Xbox, PlayStation. Did you know you get a scholarship based on the number of hours you play Xbox, PlayStation, and Wii?
Have fun, dude.
I'm full
You know that? Next time your mama tell you to turn it off, say it's your money. Alright? So here we go. You know these people are not going to give you a 4-year scholarship, right? 1 year. It's a tax write-off, how they stay open as a business, license, partnerships, all that kind of stuff. So they only want 3 things. Application, isn't that fill in the blank? All right, letter of recommendation. I got 9 of them. Which picture do you want? All right. And then the essay. What did I tell you we do best as students? Copy and paste. That's it. Boom, boom, boom. I graduated. I gave the book to my brother. He graduated. Gave it to my sister. She graduated. We gave it to our other sister. All 4 of us. Never paid a dime. You want my book?
Yes.
That's it. I give it to everybody. I don't care. That is every scholarship I've ever found in the past 12 years. Crazy, wacky, weird, aeronautical, aviation, aerospace. When I travel with our president and I do these presentations for the CFOs of these companies, Lockheed Martin, Rockwell Collins, I don't leave without getting some scholarship money. It's all right there. Now here's the problem, and please don't take this the wrong way. There's a room of about 39 students here. 2 of you will do it.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
2 of you will do it.
So you got to work at it.
2 of you will do it. It sounds great in the story, doesn't it?
That's right.
But 2 of you will do it.
That's right.
That's the reality of what happens.
I'm glad you said
I've been here. I've been doing admissions for 12 years. I've shared the same information for 12 years with, it's too many to count. Every spring break I do this presentation for 3,000 people. Every spring break for 12 years. This page barely has 1,000 likes. You want to do the math on that one? All right. They don't do it.
Yeah.
So it's up to you. And you know what happens? You call me in the fall. You call me August, crying, talking about I can't find money. And you know what I do? I hang up. I'm the blunt counselor. I don't care. You call me and she wouldn't take out the loan for me. And I'm like, well, what did you do? I told her to take out the loan. I said, no, what did you do? Well, I didn't do anything. I thought she was. And I hang up. I do. Now, do you know why I put my email address from here on down here? Because I'm tired of counselors at schools and universities talking a good game but not backing it up. I can't stand that. All right? I put my email address because you can contact me. I will help you if you show me what? 100%. You show me passion, I will move heaven and earth to get you in this doggone university. Even if you don't want to go to Embry-Riddle, if you want to find some scholarships, if you show me bad enough, you want to go to school, period, because that's all I care about. Go to school. I want you to come here, though. Don't you dare go to FIT now, okay? I will help you. I really will. But show me some passion and everything. I'll help. I'm the guy who will call financial aid and say, Ken, if you don't find Natalie some money, we're going to have problems up in here. All right? That's me. I'm that guy. All right? So if you need some help, we can make that work. Sound